Well, outlined here in yellow is our gather area, which encompasses about 550,000 acres. We started at the end of December and been gathering horses since then. Right now we're at about 1,880 horses gathered of the target of approximately 2,500. And of course the goal of this is to reduce the horse numbers down to what we call the appropriate management level, which is a range for each of the horse management areas.
Look at that, 29 million acres for BLM herd management areas, okay? Now, you go to 2008, it's going down. Okay, not much, but went down a little. Look at this. Went down to 26. They're taking away millions of acres from HMAs. And you know what they do? They go in there and they say, not suitable for wild horses. Not suitable.
But they were suitable the year before.
Yes, but they're redesignating them not suitable.
I can rest assured to all of you, we are not zeroing out any HMAs at all.
BLM has the complete authority to withdraw cattle grazing from any herd management areas if they deem to. But do they? No. And in fact, when you look at the grazing allotments here, it's in your EA for this.
Do you have a copy?
I do, of course.
Good.
And it's in your EA. There are more AUMs for cattle than there are AUMs for wild horses here. There are more AUMs for cattle than there are for all the different wildlife. This is sick. This is
I can't answer your. I can't answer.
Oh, there's not a
question.
question
there. I can't
No,
answer anything. You got going.
Horses are reseeders. They break up, they'll break through water, iced over water, so other species, in addition to themselves, can drink. They'll eat through forage and expose other forage that other animals can then eat. I mean, they're not the destroyers that the BLM likes to say they are. There are 3 to 10 million cattle on federal land. There's no more now than 36,000 horses, and the horses are demonized for all the damage.
There's been 27 deaths here. Basically what these horses have, okay, is hyperlipemia, or metabolic failure. Okay, so their diets were changing on the range to more probably eating brush or browse, not their normal diet. So when they come in here, you know, we put them on a grass hay, something that's pretty close to what they are used to eating that's on the range. But keep in mind, we're feeding domestic feed.
Sure.
You know, so you can't match it perfectly, but you do what you can. Anyway, so that's not agreeing with these horses.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is they start to use their fat reserves, break those down, and they don't generate any more, and then thus they get liver failure.
What are some of the euthanasia methods?
We use chemical injection.
Okay.
And we also will use a gunshot.
Oh, okay. What would happen to the horses if they just stayed on the range? And there was no roundups at all?
Well, have you ever, imagine yourself, you're in your house.
Okay.
You've been to the grocery store, there's food in the fridge, and you can't get out of your house and you eat all your food, and then what's going to happen to you if you can't eat any more food? I mean, they would eat themselves out of house and home.
And how many deaths at the holding facility so far?
In Fallon?
Yes.
Lisa, do you know?
Trying to think of the press release. I think 23.
Some others have had foot injuries that have been euthanized.
Okay.
And then others too. I think there was one due to some gather activities and disruptions, a broken neck on a mare, which was totally unfortunate, and in my opinion should have never happened.
No, we were still in discussions with her.
Okay.
But when we would love to have something going on with her and for her to take care of the horses. But because of the way that the laws are written, we can't just have her put horses close to public lands. But we're still in negotiations. She met with the secretary last week. I mean, they're still talking on a regular basis. So hopefully we'll be able to do something because we'd love to work with her.